Hello there, welcome to the Right Show right here on ATU TV, where conversations shape student success. And today I'm joined by the SRC President-elect. He's in the person of Ernest Agosa, remember. Now, today we're going to delve into his journey. We're going to have a lot of discussion for you to know the person you voted for, who he is, his background, education, all that. So help me welcome Ernest Agosa, popularly known on campus as J Gidi Gidi. Ernest, you're welcome to the Right Show.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Brad. Thank you. I'm pleased to be here. Thank you.
All right, so Ernest, often at times we've been hearing students saying, mention your name J Gidi Gidi, J Gidi Gidi, which we all know is a gun word.
Yeah.
Where is this name coming from?
All right, thank you very much. And permit me to use this opportunity to thank some of my students and my management as well. All right, so before everything, I want to say I'm very much grateful to God for taking us through all this journey, and today we are here. And my management, Richie, Apatoba, my main man, and Vinin, everybody, and the entire student body as well. I wish to thank all of them for voting for me on that day. So I'm very much grateful to them.
Okay.
All right, so back to the question. You know, this name, J Gidi Gidi, you know, I came for part-time before. Yeah, for part-time SRC rep.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but then I knew nothing about how things were going, how things would go, like anything, nothing. So myself and Apatoba alone were doing everything. Okay. Yeah, so I had one guy who came to the scene all of a sudden. I said, oh, Ernest, I can see you are struggling. You are doing this and that. And I said, okay, yes, truly I'm struggling. Then I said, okay, don't worry. I will help you out.
Wow.
I said, okay, that's great. So he came in. One day I was sitting in the office at my website. He came and said, Charlie, this election, J Gidi Gidi, J Basa Basa. So everything will work out. And then he said he wants that slogan to be there. He's the person of Prekese, Ebenezer. Yeah, Prekese, my main man, Prekese.
Okay.
So yeah, Prekese. So that's how it came about.
Wow.
So he said he wants that to be the slogan for me. And he was then part of the campaign team too as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it came about. So J Gidi Gidi, J Basa Basa means it is Enye Gidi Gidi, Enye Basa Basa. It's one of those things, student thing. Yes. Okay. So that's how it came about.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So, Ernest, where is Ernest coming from? Okay.
Thank you. I'm coming from Volta region, Anglo-Ghana to be precise. Yeah, I'm a Voltarian. Yes. So I schooled a little there and then later came to Accra to further my education. Sure. So Ernest is originally coming from Volta region. Yeah, Anglo-Ghana to be precise.
Okay.
Yes.
Take us back to high school, to university.
Okay.
Right now you are a civil engineering student.
Yes.
So can you walk us through the journey?
All right, thank you. You know, I had my basic education in the Volta region.
Okay.
That's Anglo-Ghana Agove Basic School then. Yeah, and then after school, after GHS, I came to Accra to continue. You know, I had lost my dad then. That's when I finished GHS, so I need to come to Accra and then struggle a little to make sure I reach where I want to go. Yeah.
So that was after GHS?
Just after GHS.
You came to Accra?
I came to Accra. Yes. So when I came, after the basic results were released, that's BCE results were released, I passed. So by then I was so young. So my auntie took me to one school in Teshi called Anglican Vocational Technical School. Yeah, so I did my technical course there. Yeah, so when I finished, I was like, technical course is not my thing. I want to be in an office where I can feel good and stuff. So when I finished, I went back to SHS, yeah, at Teshi.
Okay.
Yeah, so where I did general arts. Yeah, general arts. So from there, I proceeded to Takrady Polytechnic then, now TTU. Yeah, to do accountancy. Yeah.
You said you came to Accra to hustle after JHS?
Yes.
Alone? You came alone?
Okay, yes, I came alone. But I came not staying on my own. I was staying with my aunties. That's my dad's relatives, yes. Yeah, so you are the people I was staying with.
So after SHS, what were you doing to further for your university? Were you working or something?
All right, thank you. You know, right after SHS, you know, I did a technical course over there, yes. So when I finished, my auntie moved me to Accra Poly, then now Accra Technical University. You know, by then, that was around 2007. By then,
2007.
Yes, yeah. But then they were building the lecturers' bungalow. Yeah, so my auntie brought me in, and I said, okay. She said she knows the contractor.
Okay.
All right, so she brought me in, and I was staying. I was working with the people. So I had been on the ATU campus from that 2007.
Wow.
When we finished, and then we were supposed to, build this the fashion block as well. That was with Tallman Construction Company way back.
Fashion block, yeah.
Yes. So we started it from scratch and ended it. Yes. So I was working there, you know. I was working there with the mind that I want to gather some money and then educate myself well. Yes. I had one civil engineer on our site.
Okay.
He was a student here, and at the same time the engineer on our site, where we are building the lecturers' bungalow. Yeah, so I look at him and I'm much inspired. Yeah, the way he does his thing, the way he, coordinates the workers on site, I'm just impressed. Wow. Yeah, so I walked to him and I said, I want to be like you when I grow. They say, it's not easy. He said, I'm a student, I'm working. I said, yes, I'm done with SHS and I'm here doing this, so I still can do whatever you are doing.
So you completed the SHS somewhere around 2007.
Yes.
Then you came here to do your construction work.
Yes.
Then from there you went to TTU.
Yes, I went to TTU.
To read accounting.
Yeah, to read accounting.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, I was doing the construction. Okay, when we finished this place, the lecturers' bungalow, the building. Then I went. We're also building the Accra High Court here, just right at where High Court here. So doing that, I decided to go to school, but I had gathered some money. That was when I went to school around 2011, 2012 to Takrari Poly to over accountancy. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, from there, I didn't come here straight, no. I was still working as a construction man at that. And then around 2017, I went to IPMC to do computer. General knowledge in computer. Yes, for a year.
Wow.
4 years. When I finish, you know, any project or anywhere I go or any work I do, I encourage myself to save something small to further my education. Yeah, because I hate to remain at where I am for long. I don't really enjoy that. Yeah, so whatever I do, I want to upgrade. Yeah, so when I finished with accountancy, I didn't even go to work at any big place. You know, then I had a connection with UT Bank. Okay. Yeah. With Captain Prince Amwabin. Yeah. So I went there. I think I worked for about 3 weeks or something. Then I stopped because, you know, over there too, I had a construction site just close to us. But then we had to pay Bia close to us. So I can be in the office over there as an account clerk. Then I'll be looking at what is happening on the construction site. And I was like, no, I think my feeling is rather the site. There was a time I was coming to the office. I just took off my suit and then I went to the construction site. You know, that was my former company as well, China State Hualong. That's where we're. Yeah, so that's how I got my.
Wow. So you've been in this school since 2007.
Yes, 2007.
You helped construct the teachers' bungalow.
Yes.
And even the fashion block.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And you came to the school after you did your accounting course at TTU. You came here to do civil engineering.
Yes.
Wow.
Civil engineering. Yes. Yes.
All right. Now let's come to the election aspect. What motivated you to go in for SRC position? You started with part-time and you lost.
Yes.
So what motivated you to go further? All
right. Thank you. You know, when I came to level 100, there was one guy contesting for part-time rep. We call it with the slogan, Faniform. Yeah, Faniform. I've forgotten the real name. We call it Faniform, but that was level 100. So, you know, when I was coming, I had the intention to contest for SRC. But whether it be the presidency or whatever it is, I didn't decide then, so that was my mind. So when I came and I saw this guy coming from engineering and he's contesting for that portfolio, quickly I joined him. So I went to him and I said, boy, I want to help you. So when I came like that, he thought maybe I was coming to ask for something, maybe I was in need or something. I said, no, I just want to help you genuinely, So I helped him, even though he lost. I learned something small from there and from him. So later, the following year, I also contested for the part-time SRC, and again, I lost. And I didn't lose there, though. I lost with engineering, yeah. So engineering lost.
Wow.
Yeah. So I told myself, when I went home, I look at it and I was like, when I look at the turnout on my side and the turnout from Fafai's side, it's not, the margin wasn't too big. It means I have some kind of love for the students. They also love me. So why won't you come back again? So I was in the house contemplating when my manager, Richmond Sasu Adolfo, tested me, like, say, oh, Charlie, you have to come for SRC president too. Initially, I was like, will you wait a little? Then we had a conference call with Vinny, with a lot of people. I said, you need to come and test again because there's something in you we see that you know you can win the presidency for us. Yeah, so you need to come back again. Yeah, so I said, okay, if that's it, and then if people are seeing this in me, then let me come back again. So I came stronger than first. Yes, because, you know, I have learned from the past one. So I realized there were a lot of mistakes that we did. There were a lot of things that did not go right. So we learned from that, and then we built on it. And today, here we are.
Okay. All right. We all saw what happened during the election.
Yeah.
The throwing of chairs, stones, to the boys in here, fighting and all that. I believe you also saw what happened.
Yes, I did. Very. Wow. It was just a very bad thing that happened. I have never witnessed election on this campus like this one before. I don't know. Yes, it's just bad. You know, we say it is student election, every day is student election, but I see that it's beyond student election. Yeah, because on that day, because I am much involved in the thing, I was staying closer. I wanted to see how things will go. You know, like I said, I have learned from my previous election. So I was very careful about how things will be going. So that day, I didn't want anybody to follow me. I told my management that I want to work alone. I want to see things on ground myself. So I was very, clever on the ground. So on that night, around 5 to 6, somebody came to whisper into my ears that, hey, Gidi, you have to leave campus. I said, why should I leave campus?
Your own school?
Yeah, and I was like, people were like, no, people have plotted things, and then they've got to call Tudu boys to come and beat you up. And I said, hey, Tudu boys to come and beat me up. In my own school, what is it? Like, because of what? They said, this is what you are saying. I said, I will not leave, I will be here. I want to see whatever will happen. So around 9, so I saw some guys, 3, 4 guys, they were following me. You know, I thought it's dumber people now. So and I turned, but one guy was like, and that guy, the one in the white shirt and the red tie. And he said, okay. So they sat down on the floor at the end block there. Then I realized that no, something was about to happen. So I didn't go anywhere again. I was just sitting under the light. All of a sudden, this one would troop in, 2 boys who come, plenty. I was like, hey, what is happening? So I told one police guy there that I should be alert because what is happening here, we are not safe on our own campus. We are not safe. And I say, hey, yes. But I saw the chairs throwing up, start beating people, doing that. But
when I came to campus, I experienced a whole lot. And then I heard from different students, so many people, they were saying that some camp were trying to rig the election by putting fake ballot papers, about 2,000 fake ballot papers. I don't know if you heard that.
Yes, I heard it. You know, like I said earlier, I've learned from my previous election. I knew a lot of things happened in that election. I couldn't have lost the election, but something happened. So this time around, I came very, very planned. Yeah. So I was on the ground listening to whatever is happening on the ground. Yeah. So and I heard that one of the guys, or some of the guys, did that. They went to print like 2,000 ballot papers and they were putting inside the ballot boxes. Quickly, I went to see some people. In fact, I went to see some other lecturers too as well. I was like, no, I heard something on campus. This is what is happening. So I will urge them to call the DOSA or, the authorities so that we can hold the election and check well. Because if I lose on a background, I understand. If I lose on a good ground, go, like what happened last 2 years. The very day I lost, that moment I went home. I didn't stay because if lost, what again? No. And I know elections are won on the police centers. So if you don't do your things well and you lose over there, whatever we take it to, it won't hold. Yes. So people were saying that, this, that, and I saw it myself. So I had to leave campus around 2 a.m. They have to leave around 2 to 3. Yeah, I had to leave because I saw that the tension was too high. Yeah, so I couldn't stay because people kept calling me, "Hey, Jiggy, you have to leave. Oh. You have to do this. You have to do that." And truly, I saw that my life was at stake. Yes, because when you see this, they were in the white shirt, they were in this, in this. I was like, no. So I called Bernard that we should go, but he said he wanted to stay behind and see what would happen.
And he was attacked.
Yeah, he was attacked. So when following the accordion, I was like, what really happened to him? They said he was chased by these 2 guys. And so he was running, and they were following him. He had nowhere to run to, and then he fell. And then that happened.
So I saw a scar on his nose.
Yeah.
Was it from the falling, or they attacked him with something and then he got hurt? Okay,
for that, I can say it's from the falling.
Okay.
Yes, because we are writing exams, so ever since we finished, we've never had one-on-one encounter yet. So I told him to go and learn. Let me also go and learn, so that after the exam, that we sit and then talk about things well.
Okay.
What really happened, how to prevent that going forward and stuff. Yeah, but for now, since we already know, I have the chance to learn because of the campaign and stuff. So now we have like 2 to 3 days to the exams. That's why I told him, let's all go and prepare and then write. Yeah.
So the people that came in to beat the student, I think they might be from some people's camp, right? Because they cannot just move from wherever they are to come to the campus to beat up students here.
Yeah.
Are they from your camp, or like where are they from?
Anyway, with that, they're not from my camp, because anything that is happening in my camp, I'm aware and I know what is it. You see, initially I was standing there with Coded. Yeah, Coded. We were just talking and realized that, oh, Charlie, the election I have lost. So then he went away.
Okay.
So he left early. And the place, there's no Asian camp over there. Nobody was there.
Okay.
Yeah, but later it was Sunny's camp who were around. And then as soon as they started counting the presidential, or they were even sorting out, they started throwing. We saw people throwing pure water.
I was there.
Yeah, they were throwing pure water, throwing things and stuff. I was like, what is actually happening? Throwing chairs and stuff. I was like, chairs that we don't even have on campus, tables that we don't even have on campus, and we have assets that we are throwing, like a normal thing. No. The way they came, nobody could tell that they're not students. They came to where the caution tape, they entered. When the caution tape, as an engineering student, when they tape a receipt, you don't have to enter. It means there's a danger there. But they came, they entered around 12 to 1. They entered the place just like that. And then I told the police to ask the guy, whether he's a student here, then the guy is not a student. So if they are from our camp, I would have known if this guy is a student or not. So quickly I told them they should sack the people away. And I was wondering how they got the energy from. I mean, where they got it from, because policeman was standing there with a rifle, and they still, you couldn't, comport yourself. It was bad. They are not from my camp, and I don't have such people in my camp. Yes.
And they are not from Asian's camp?
Yes, I can say they're not from Asian, because Asian were nowhere to be seen at that moment.
Because they knew.
Yeah, even his manager Coded was away. Yeah, we had a platform that we were all collecting the result. Okay. So he was sitting with me. So I showed him this, and so the election is over. Ohana, he left. Yeah, so we all knew there was nothing from his camp. I cannot categorically say it's from Sunny's camp.
Okay.
But we are two camps, Jiggy and Sunny's camp. And at the moment, I'm the main person over there. And our camp was trying to stop the people misbehaving. You see, so if it's not from our camp, then whose camp? I cannot mention anyway.
Then whose camp? You can determine yourself. All right, so Aunt Madam Mercy from Fashion Department, she's an administrator there.
Okay.
I was having a conversation with her, and she gave a solution. She was like, she asked me what can be done to resolve this in the coming election, in the coming years. And then, she herself gave out a solution. She said that if during the election, every student are supposed to bring their ID, and before you enter the school, you have to show it to the security people for them to verify that you're a student before you enter. And I think this will bring about peace in the election. What do you think can be done to also resolve this problem in the coming years?
Right. Thank you very much. I think Madam Mercy, right? Yeah, his submission is a great one. and we really applaud that. But you know, at the back gate over there, let's see, even at the gates, even the security themselves, they will be afraid because the way the people, they would troop in. Yes. Even policemen who were armed, the people did not even respect them. How much more our securities who are at the gates, who were not even armed, who were not even recognized as, let me say, a state security. No. You see, we can do that. But one thing that I think we should also add is, when we see anything like that, or we arrest one person like that, and then we find out that this person is coming from ABC, this camp, we will disqualify over there. No matter how, if you win the election, we will still disqualify, because you cannot be on campus that you go and bring outsiders to come and decide for us. No, it is not going to happen. You understand? We can't be on campus, then you go and bring people outside to come and beat us on our own campus where we've paid to live or to study. They bring people outside. No. So even if we have to check IDs at the gate, there must be armed men there as well. Maybe we'll be standing behind the securities so that when you misbehave, they can handle you there. Yes, because when you want to leave the job alone for the securities, I'm sure you and I know that they cannot handle. Because only on that day, we had the school authorities, the school securities over there, looking at things. They all left. If you are the one, you leave. If I'm the one, I also, me being the aspirant, I left. How much more the securities, you see? So we need to, deploy more armament. We will also check that. Like I said, when we see that this person or these people are coming, when we arrest one person, I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of it. You brought that person, you have disqualified. Yes, that's one thing we need to also add up. Going forward we'll learn how to even handle it more better. Yes. For now, we are just all trying to, bring our minds together and see how we can handle that issue going forward.
Okay. So to you, if you see that the people are from Camp A or Camp B, that person will be automatically disqualified.
Yes.
Whether you win or not.
Yes.
Wow. And is it going to be added to the rules of the election, or is going to be amended in the constitution so that in the coming years, every president or every executive would use it?
Okay, for now, I can say before the election, you will call all aspirants. They will let them be aware. We will spell it to them clearly that this is what we are bringing on board.
Okay.
We'll betize you when we find you wanting. We will not have it likely with us. Yes. So we would have to educate the people well on that. Because from what I heard, it means it's been happening every year. It's been happening. Maybe this year was more intense more than the other way. That's why the thing is getting out of hand. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. Before even thinking about the amendment of the constitution and stuff. But this must be done now. And we have to make sure we campaign bigger and widely on campus so that it will sync well with the aspirants before we take the initiative. No matter what, you must do it to protect our students on campus.
All right, so away from that, let's look at the plans that you have for the student. In the next episode, we'll delve more into those plans, but I just want you to give me some key things that you would love to do for the student.
Okay, thank you for that. Like I told you, I've been on this campus from 2007. And one thing that we all know that is affecting us is the state of our washroom, which is very, very bad. Right now, I went there to just go and urinate.
And what's that?
I left again. You see, they've covered all the sinks, left with only one. And the students have lined up. They were going to write exam. So they were all wanting to go. And it was a very big queue, you see, very long queue over there, which wasn't helping. Yes. Why did they cover all of those three, left with only one? It's because there's something happening over there. So the first thing that my heart is, we need to work on our washroom. We cannot go there and then take sickness or disease or infections away. No, we need to go there and rest. It's a restroom. You need to go there, whatever you want to go and do, you do it and then you move out. You go, you have to hold your nose, you have to do other things, you have to close your eyes. Sometimes I come to campus myself. My office is closer here, so I have to, when I want to use the washroom, I have to drive back to my office and then go and do whatever I want to do and come back. But would that be the same for everybody? No. You see, so we need to tackle the washroom issue once and for all.
Okay.
Secondly, to our Wi-Fi system. You see, we realize that recently this Wi-Fi thing has become a tug of war that everybody is pulling, and when listening to campaign messages on ground, which is telling us that it is a key thing or something that is disturbing. You understand? Yeah, because when you go to other universities, it's not like that. You go there, for example, Takraya like this, when you go there, the places, whether you're a student or not, you can just log in there, you are free to go.
Yeah.
You get it. I don't know why here we are the premier university or technical university, and we are in the city, we are the CTU, but yet still these things are not working. Yeah, we need somebody to advocate for that, to talk about that seriously for us to make sure we are good.
All right, so your final short words.
All right, thank you, Rai. Thank you. I just want to urge all students on campus that, first of all, we say sorry for what happened during the election, and then we pray that such things will not happen any longer. Yeah, it will not happen any longer. We'll make sure we bring those things down. So we tell the students that those of them that are losing interest in the SRC, they should build it up, because proper plannings are going to be put in place to make sure every student is protected. And I want to say a very big thanks to students as well for electing me, for believing in me and then casting their vote for me. And one man that I will not forget is my own brother, Emmanuel Apotogbo Wusu. Yeah, he's been a very loyal and a key man behind me, a bone, a very backbone. That even when I'm falling, said, "Ernest, let's go." When I wake up, I say, "Let's go." So, and Julius, a very fantastic guy. When he came to the picture, it wasn't easy. There, got some energy. Richmond, Adolfo Sasu, very one key solid guy. So I want to say to them a very big thanks to all of them, and then we hope to, have a very nice and very transparent administration. And I urge all the students to believe in us and make sure we do things that to favor everybody. All right, thank you.
Like you said, believe in us and it will favor everybody. And thank you so much, Ernest, for being on the show. And also, you watching us, thank you so much for joining us on the conversation. We hope to see you same time next week. And next week, or the next episode, we're going to delve into the plans, the vision, the mission, and everything that they have for the student body. My name is Bright Boache Blay, and this is The Right Show on ATU TV. See you same time next week. Bye-bye.